are certain difficulties in accessibility, but that has not hindered their ability to continue the rescue operations. It's just that some areas are largely inaccessible because of failing infrastructure connecting. With rains having finally started to recede in Kodagu, accessibility is still a major issue. Roadways are more or less destroyed in certain areas. Rivers continue to swell up, and the currents are not making it easy for movement of people. As you can see on the left of your screen, landslides on the right of your screen as well. Plantations have been destroyed as a result, houses severely damaged, and people have been holed up in their houses for quite some time without power, without any mode of communication. They would just have to hold out against time, waiting for some rescue personnel or another to find them and evacuate them. Evacuation measures have been tremendous, but it has also been a large challenge for the rescue personnel. There are still reports of people being stranded across the district in several villages, and it is certainly a grave concern. Access to food, drinking water, medication, all of these are issues that have necessitated speedy work from rescue personnel. Heavy rains are continuing, and because of heavy rains, visibility is low, and hence air support, air evacuation is hindered because of the lack of visibility. So everything has to be done by boat or on foot. What you see on your right are just examples of houses that have collapsed. Many of these houses are built of mud bricks and have just collapsed. The walls have come caving in. Many of them are almost like shacks. They have corrugated aluminium roofs. Joining me is resident Shivram. Shivram, ave ತಾವು ಹೆಂಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ, ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಸುರಕ್ಷಿತವಾಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
ನಾವು ಮೈತ್ರಿಹಳ್ಳಿ ಇದೀವಿ ಸರ್. ಮೈತ್ರಿಹಳ್ಳಿ ಇವತ್ತಿಗೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ 5 ದಿವಸ ಆಯ್ತು. 5 ದಿವಸದಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆ ಒಬ್ರು ಮಾತ್ರ ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಮನೆ ಪಕ್ಕದವರೆಲ್ಲ ಬರೆ ಬಿದ್ದು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ತಂದೆ ಹೋಗೋದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದಾರಂತೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಸುಮಾರು ಜನ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ತಂದೆ ಉಳಿದಿರಕ್ಕೆ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಊರೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಊರೇ ಕಾಣಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಅವ್ರು ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ರಿಲೀಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಆ ಸಂದರ್ಭನೂ ಬಂದಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಲ್ವಾ?
ಹೌದು.
ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಫೋನ್ ಆತರ ಏನು ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ವಾ ಅವಾಗ?
ಫೋನ್ ಯಾವ್ದಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ರು ಊರವರೆಲ್ಲ ಕರ್ದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ತಾಯಿ, ತಂಗಿ, ನಾನು ನಮ್ಮ ಮಿಸಸ್ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದ. ಆವಾಗ ತಂದೆ ಊರವರೆಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಯುವಾಗ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಂತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಬರೋ ತನಕ ನಾನು ಮನೇಲೇ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ, ಅಷ್ಟವರೆಗೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗಿರೋದು. ಅವ್ರು ಮನೇಲೇ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರು.
ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ರೆಸ್ಕ್ಯೂ ಅವರು ಬಂದು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ರಿಲೀಫ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಹತ್ರ. ತಂದೆ ಹೆಸರು ಏನು?
ಬಾಬು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ.
ಬಾಬು. ಫುಲ್ ಹೆಸರು ಹೇಳಿ, ನಾವು ಈ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಸೈಡ್ ಇಂದ ಕೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಫುಲ್ ನೇಮ್ ಹೇಳಿ.
ಫುಲ್ ನೇಮ್?
ಫುಲ್ ನೇಮ್ ಹೇಳಿ.
ಫುಲ್ ನೇಮ್ ಓಕೆ ಬಾಬು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ.
ತಿರ್ಗಾ ಹೇಳಿ.
ಓಕೆ ಬಾಬು.
ಓಕೆ ಬಾಬು ಅಂತ. ಎಷ್ಟು ವಯಸ್ಸು ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ? 56 years. ಓಕೆ ಬಾಬು, 56 years. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಸೈಡ್ ಇಂದಾನು ಯಾವ ರಿಲೀಫ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಹತ್ರ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಸಂಪರ್ಕ ಇದೆಯೋ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ ನೀವಿರೋದು ರಿಲೀಫ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಇದೆ? ಎಲ್ಲ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟಿ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಇದೆ, ಯಾವ ತೊಂದರೆನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ,
ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಒಟ್ಟು ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ ಕಡೆ?
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಒಂದು 200 ಚಿಲ್ಲರೆ ಜನ ಇರ್ಬೋದು.
200 ಹತ್ರ. ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ. ಊಟಕ್ಕೆ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿದೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ?
ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ.
ಓಕೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಈಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜನ ವಯಸ್ಸಾದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇದು ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ ಔಷಧಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಔಷಧಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿ?
ಔಷಧಿ ಪ್ರತಿ ಒಂದು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಗಳು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, 24 ಗಂಟೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ.
ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ. ನಿಮ್ ಊರ್ ವಿಷಯ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಊರ್ ವಿಷಯ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ ಮಳೆ ಅಂತ? ನಿಮ್ ಊರ್ ವಿಷಯ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆಯಾ ಈಗ ಹೆಂಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ?
ಅದೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಊರಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಒಂದು 3 ದಿವಸ ತನಕ ಇದ್ದವರೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ರು ಸೇವ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ ತಂದೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಜನ ಇಬ್ರು ಟೋಟಲ್ ಇಬ್ರು ಮಿಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಇವಾಗ ನಿನ್ನೆ ನಮ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮನೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಊರು ಬೆಟ್ಟ ಗಿಟ್ಟ ಯಾವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಪೂರ್ತಿ ನೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರು.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ. ಶಿವರಾಮ್ ಅವರೇ, ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ಕೆ
1 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಈಚೆ ಉದಯಗಿರಿ.
ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಶಿವರಾಮ್ ಅವರೇ. ನೀವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸುರಕ್ಷಿತವಾಗಿರಿ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ದಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದೋಸ್ ಹೂ ವಾಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಡೆಡ್ in his village. Unfortunately, he's lost contact with his father, but it's expected that rescue personnel would have gotten to him. His name is OK Babu, about 56 years of age, and the hope is that he has been found and the family could be reunited. But this is an issue that one would be certain is spread across the district as well. Families separated because of various issues, and one would hope that the end of this mayhem would help in reuniting many of these families as well. Losses are tremendous. Losses in property, losses in plantation. The farmlands in several low-lying areas have been completely inundated. And that's what you see on the left. These are elevated plantations. We have some big news coming in. A house has collapsed in Madikeri following heavy rains. One of many, but this is what we're just going to learn. Latest report of a house that collapsed in Madikeri following heavy rains. This incident took place at a village in Somarpet belonging to a man identified as Chenarayappa. A house belonging to a man named Chenarayappa has collapsed as a result of heavy rains. And unfortunately, it is this sort of damage that is becoming all too common. Structural damages caused by rains, and then the floods come in and the building just gives away. Ceilings collapse, the entire pylons and pillars come crashing down. Here is a house that was occupied by Chenarayappa and his family, and this is what remains. Partially under construction, and it was not ready for the deluge. And this is what is left. It does appear that it was a building under construction, but a part of it was under occupation as well. Scaffolding has also come crashing down. The framework has come crashing down as well, the timber framework. And unfortunately, a lifetime of savings would have perhaps gone into this. And now rebuilding this house and rebuilding one's lives is certainly a major challenge. Meanwhile, some big news coming in. People staying at relief centers are complaining of a lack of facilities. That's the latest coming in. Lack of facilities. This is what some people staying at relief camps are stating. Victims allege that they are not receiving adequate relief material and are stating that they are given 1 mat and 1 bed sheet for every 6 people. When questioned, relief center staff have displayed a lax attitude, stating that there is no such issue. That is the latest coming in. There are some relief camps where things are not going as required. 1 bed sheet and 1 mat for every 6 people, certainly not adequate. We see an inspection of the relief center facilities, but just take a look. The needs are immense. There are, in every hall, at least 200 people and counting.
ಬೇಡ ಬಿಡಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೇಡ ಬಿಡಿ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನೀವು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕೇಳಿ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ನೀವು ಇಡೀ ರಿಸಿಪ್ಟ್ ತಗೊಂತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವರು ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕೇಳಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ನೀವು ರಿಸಿಪ್ಟ್ ತಗೊಂತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗ್ತಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಅಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ತಲೆ ಕೆಟ್ಟಿದ್ಯಾ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳಿಕೆ ಹತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೇಳಿಕ್ ತಲೆ ಕೆಟ್ಟಿದ್ಯಾ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೇಳಿಕ್ ತಲೆ ಕೆಟ್ಟಿದ್ಯಾ ಇನ್ನೇನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅವ್ರ ಕಷ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದವರು ಅವ್ರೇನಂತಾರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಕಷ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಏನಂತಾರಂದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು ಅವರು ಕಷ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದವರು ನೆಗಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಅಳ್ಳೇಬೇಕು ಅಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಾವು ಕಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಇವನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ ನಾವು ಒಂದ್ ಮಾತಂದ್ರಿ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ನೀವೊಂದ್ ಮಾತಂದ್ರಿ ಸರ್ಕಾರದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ 100% ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಬಂದ್ ತಲುಪಿಲ್ಲ ಬರೇ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ತಾನೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಹುಡುಕಿ ತೆಗೀರಿ ಇಷ್ಟು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ನೀವೇ ಅಂದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ತೆಗೀರಿ ನಾವು ಹುಡುಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ನೀವು ತರ್ಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಹೇಳಿ ತರ್ಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನಮಗೇನ್ ಗೊತ್ತು ಜಿಲ್ಲಾಡಳಿತ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನ ಕಳಿಸಿದೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ನನಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾರು ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಬಂದ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ
This is an issue that is being argued by our correspondent over here. There are many who have complained to our correspondent that they're not receiving these facilities, and that is being debunked by these officials, some of which are government officials who are coordinating the relief efforts and stating that these are insinuations that are erroneous, but the people certainly don't feel so, that they feel that they are being undercut. Let's listen in on one of those who complained about this lack of facilities and understand what the situation is from the ground.
ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿರುಕಿ ಬಿದ್ದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಜಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಾವು ರಾತ್ರಿ ಬಂದೋ. ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಡ್ಶೀಟ್ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ, DC ಇನ್ನೂ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನು DC ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕು, ನಮಗೆ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಾಳೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಇರೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಲಗಿ ನೀವು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್. ಈ ಚಳಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಮಲಗೋದ್ವಿ, ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಬಂದಿದ್ದು ಸರ್. ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ದುಡ್ಡು ಹಣ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಸರ್. ನಾವು ಬೆಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಮನೆ ನಮಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಸರ್. ಇಬ್ಬರು ಒಂದೊಂದು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ, ಇನ್ನು ಏನು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ, DC ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, DC ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ. ನಾವೇನು ಇದ್ದವರಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಪಾಪದವರು ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಮನೆ ಕಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ಗತಿ ಸಹ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ನಮಗೆ ನಾವು ರಾತ್ರಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಒಂದು ಯಾರು ಬೆಡ್ಶೀಟ್ ಬಂದು ಒಂದು ಚಾಪೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ಸರ್, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮಲಗಿದ್ದು ಸರ್. ನಾವು ಈಗ ನೀವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಉಪಕಾರ ಸರ್, ನಾವು ಯಾವುದು ಸಹ ಮರೆಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ನಿಮಗೆ ನೀವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಕ್ಕಾಯ್ತು ಸರ್, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವುದು ಸಹ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಈಗ ನಮಗೆ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಸರ್, ನೀವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವೇ ನಮಗೆ ಉಪಕಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರ ಸರ್. ನಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಸಾಮಾನೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮಿಂದಲೇ ನಮಗೆ ತರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಸರ್. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಂಥ ಗಂಜಿಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ನಮಗೆ ನೀವು ಇರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೀಗ ಬದುಕೋದು ಸರ್. ನಮಗೆ
That was a victim of a flooding. She lost access to her house and she was given a mat on which to sleep and to share with 5 others. And every time, as she was saying, she was approaching the officials who were handling the distribution of relief material, they were stating that we can't give you anything extra because we do not have the DC's approval for doing so. So they're relying on other donors of relief material. And this is a grave situation that is coming in. There has been a ministerial delegation coming to inspect all of this. But has that amounted to anything? That is the big question here. A lack of facilities. And here we see on the left of your screen one such official who, in a very callous manner, is saying, look, we're doing everything that we can. But the people are wrong. Well, the people are not wrong. You can see the people who are suffering. The woman was crying. She was in tears. All she wanted was something warm under which to rest. And these material are there. Not adequate, but they're just not being distributed. Perhaps one could argue that the officials are preparing for a contingency, but the contingency can be filled by having more drives, and donation drives are ongoing. And again, nothing that is done is ever enough for people who are suffering. They've practically lost their homes, or in some sturdier cases lost access to their homes. So they have, unfortunately, to make do with these sort of facilities. The least that could be done is an equitable distribution of relief supplies. On the right, we have a ministerial delegation led by Sara Mahesh, and he has been overseeing relief efforts and coordinating distribution of relief material. But again, with isolated cases like this, some relief measures can be overseen. Overall, it's still rather sketchy. Let's listen in to what Minister Sara Mahesh has said so far.
ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ವರದಿಯನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ನನಗೆ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ದೂರವಾಣಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತನಾಡಿದರು. ನಂತರ ನಾನು ತಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆನೂ ಮಾತನಾಡಿದೆ. ಸುಮಾರು 4,000 ಸಂತ್ರಸ್ತರನ್ನ ವಿವಿಧ ಸಂಘಟನೆಗಳಿಂದ ಸರ್ಕಾರದಿಂದ ಆಶ್ರಯ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನೀವು ಬಂದಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ರಾತ್ರಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಪುನಃ ತಂದು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ನೀವು ಬಂದಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿ ಬ್ರಷ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಆದರೂ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಹೋದಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಇರಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. ಬಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ 9 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಸಭೆ ಕರೆದಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಈಗ ಮುಗಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಸಭೆ ಕರೆದಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದ ರೀತಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಇದ್ದರೆ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನರಿ IAS ಆಫೀಸರು, ಮತ್ತು ಒಬ್ಬರು ADLR ಸಂಸದೀಯ, ಒಬ್ಬರು ತಹಶೀಲ್ದಾರರು, ಅವ್ರ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ 4 ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟರ್, ಇದೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನೀವೀಗೇನು ಹೇಳಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೇಂದ್ರಗಳನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಇವರು ಉದ್ದಟತನದಿಂದ ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕಂಡ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಮೂಲದಿಂದ ಕ್ರಮ. ಒಂದೊಂದು ಕೇಂದ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ 400, 500, 300 ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಗೀಝರ್ನ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಫಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಮಯ ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಈಗ ಕುಡಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ವಿ, ಸ್ನಾನ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಹ ಮಾಡೋದು. ನಮ್ಮ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು ಸ್ಪಂದಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ವಾಪಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾವುದೇ.
Well, our correspondent Suresh is in the area and had an opportunity at interacting with the nodal officer concerned with arrangements made at various relief centers, including this one. Let's listen in.
Many families have lost their homes and their dear ones, and right now I have the nodal officer who's taking charge of this entire relief center. Let's just go in and ask him what the condition is and how they are managing the entire relief center. First of all, what is the condition here? How many people are staying here?
Around 400 people are staying in this center, and it's like floating thing, because a lot of people come here for a day, then they will stay in their relatives' homes. But whatever materials are there, everything is sufficient now. Even the food items, blankets, and everything is in stock now. And in between, some of the locals also try to take disadvantage of the situation. So that we are trying to control now.
Okay. A lot of people who are staying here, they have been alleging that the toilet facilities are not there, the bed sheets are not being given out properly. What do you have to say?
I think it is not true, because our staff are here till 12:31 in the night, and we have ensured that everyone is getting the things, and even we have got them registered also, because till now we do not have any such allegations.
Also, like the facilities which are given, like the stocks, the relief materials which are coming in, they are not being organized. So when is that going to be done? Because are you keeping a note as to how many people have got the materials and what materials have been distributed? Is there a check?
Yeah, we have kept a register, And sometimes what happens, all the materials what are intended here, everything need to be unloaded in DC Deputy Commissioner's office, go down, or in the APMC. There are 2-3 designated places. But even though some of the people come here and they directly dump the materials here, that materials has to be set right now. Because since there are a lot of crowd here, even the locals also come and outsiders also come, it has been difficult for us to manage the things. But today I think we'll set right in the entire thing. But and even the toilets also, we tried about the toilets. We've got around 15 mobile toilets, and we've got some 4-5 toilets here inside, 5 plus 5, 10 toilets inside also. There's been no such problem here.
Okay. Finally, now everyone's getting their materials, there is stock. But what about future, like 3-4 days? How many more days can it survive, and what next?
No, we have got enough materials, I'm telling. Even if we are getting some 500 people to this center, because the capacity of this center is 500 people. But even if any additional floating, this one of another 500 people also come, we have got enough materials. Even all our godowns are full, and we are appealing the people also, donors also, not to send the materials now. If they can directly donate to the Chief Minister's Calamity Fund, that will be enough.
Okay. And lastly, there have been one more allegation that materials which are coming here are going to resorts, they're going to homestays and all of that. Is that true?
No. Till now, because from none of the relief centers, no one is authorized to take the materials outside. If at all, suppose there are some people, displaced people staying in the resorts or some private places, they are also asking for the provision. So yesterday Deputy Commissioner has ordered to send even the provision to such peoples, but it has to be through the village accountant and to the Panchayat Adhyakshas.
So this is what the nodal officer had to say. He's saying that they're keeping a check on all the relief materials which are coming in. They're saying that the stocks are more than enough to survive for a long time, and they're going to make sure that even if 500 more people come in, they can accommodate all of them, and they can make sure that they are safe and sound here. With video journalist Devaya, this is Suraj for News9 from Kodagu.
We'll now slip in a short break. When we return, we'll bring you more updates on the ground situation from Kodagu. Stay tuned.
पतंजलि लेकर आया है ताजे फलों के रस से भरपूर पतंजलि फ्रेश फ्रूट जूस। अब बस प्यास बुझाइए, एनर्जी बढ़ाइए।
Ready for anything. The new feature-loaded Renault Kwid. Renault, passion for life.
Come experience international furniture designs at Indian prices. Up to 60% off at Royal Oak. Visit the store or log on to royaloakindia.com.
जब किचन में हो कुचीना
तो हर कोई बनाना चाहेगा खाना
कुचीना।
Now, there are many stories that come out of this very large deluge and heavy flood situation in Kodagu. One such issue is that of students. What do? Their schooling is disturbed. We have a story of one student, a young man, perhaps in high school, pleading with the police to just let him enter his house for a little while, just so that he can collect his books and stationery and take it to the relief center so his studies are not hindered. People have been complaining that they're being treated like thieves just because they're entering their own house. People in Jodupala and Devarakolli are not allowed to enter their own homes. That is what we're coming to learn. Let's listen to what they have to say.
ನಮ್ಮದು ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಸುಳ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಡಿಕೇರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್. ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದ್ರು, ನಮ್ದು ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಕಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಈಗ 25ನೇ ತಾರೀಕಿಂದ ಮಡಿಕೇರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಸುಳ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ತರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು 10 ನಿಮಿಷ ಬಿಡಿ, ನಾವು ಲೋಕಲ್ ನೋಡಿ ID ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಧಾರ್ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಅವರು, ನಮ್ದು ಬಿಡಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಅಗತ್ಯ ವಸ್ತುಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಅಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಸಾಕು ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕಟ್ಟಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಅದರದೆಲ್ಲ ಕಥೆ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು ಸರ್, ನಮ್ದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋಯ್ತು. ಇವರು ಈಗ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ಸರ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು?
ಸುಳ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು. ಶಾಲೆಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ತರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಯಾರು ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವರು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಬನ್ನಿ 10 ಗಂಟೆ ಬನ್ನಿ 11 ಗಂಟೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ?
ನಮಗೆ ಸರ್ ದನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಉಂಟು, ದನ ಗಟ್ಟಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದಾವೆ, ದನ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ನಾವು. ಅದು ಒಂದು ದನ ನಮಗೆ 1 ತಿಂಗಳ ಕರುಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆ ದನ ಕರು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲದ್ರೆ ಆ ದನ ಹಾಳಾಗ್ತದೆ ಸರ್.
ಹೌದು ಸರ್, ಊರವರನ್ನಾದ್ರೂ ಬಿಡ್ಬೋದಲ್ವಾ? ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬಿಡಬೇಡ, ಊರವರನ್ನು ಬಿಡ್ಬೋದಲ್ವಾ? ಅದೇ
ಐಡೆಂಟಿ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೇವೆ,
ನಮ್ಮನ್ನೇ ಬಿಡುದಿಲ್ಲ.
ನಮ್ಮ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ಸ್ 2 ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 6 ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್ ಹೊರಗಡೆ, ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅವ್ರು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಯಾರಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ದೇವ್ರ ಕೊಲಿಗೆ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಹೋಗಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಸ್ ಐ ಹತ್ರ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಬರೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರೋದು. ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬಿಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಸ್ ಐ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು, ಅವ್ರ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಹೋಗಿ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ಬೇಕು ಸರ್ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ.
So here we have a few stories of residents from various areas. They are not being allowed to head back to their homes to collect whatever personal effects they may have that are valuable to save their animals. This is what they're complaining, and they feel that the security personnel are mistreating them, but one can also perhaps understand from the other side that they're not being allowed to go to those places over concerns of safety. So these are unfortunate stories that come out, stories of despair. More big news coming in. People from across several villages in the district of Hassan are evacuating to safer places. People have been perturbed by vibrations felt in Hassan. Residents of many villages in Hassan fear a possibility of earthquake and landslides, although seismic activity has not been predicted. As of yet, damaged roads are posing a problem for people who are evacuating. Officials concerned are accused of not responding to residents' fears. That's what we've just come to learn. That's the big news coming in right now. Roads are broken severely here, and vibrations are felt in many parts of Hassan. The fear of earthquakes, although seismic activity has not been forecast officially.
ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೇನು ಅಪಾಯ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನಿಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಸೇಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ಏನು ಭಾರಿ ಜಲ ಕಿತ್ಕೊತೈತೆ, ಭಾರಿ ಜಲ ಕೀಳ್ತೈತೆ.
There you can see in certain roadways massive cracks that are pulling the roads apart as well. Structural damage has been tremendous, and this could also be attributed to heavy movement of rock and other materials causing landslides, trees to fall as well. But these are typically usually also misconstrued as seismic activity. Seismic activity can, more often than not, be forecast, but as of yet no such forecast has come to light. But the shifting of ground, the movement of roads, the way that you're seeing right now, breaking like biscuits, that is quite alarming, and it does certainly warrant a great deal of investigation. But right now it does appear that the residents of these villages, they have to be placated. They have to know that this isn't necessarily seismic activity. Now, the floods have not only caused harm for people but for district authorities as well. They are facing challenges in fixing the rain-related problems in real time. Here in Hassan, we're showing you several portions of railway tracks blocked due to frequent landslides across many spots. The connection between Hassan and Shiradi Ghat has been completely cut off. Roads have been blocked due to landslides in several areas, especially on the stretch between Yadakamuri and Kadagarvalli. Train services between Bengaluru and Mangaluru have been delayed because of repair work to be done, and the railways are taking up repair work to clear landslips at least 40 places on the stretch between Sakleshpura and Subramania. A severe challenge being posed to railway authorities, with the landslide having caused a grave amount of danger to railway tracks as well. And in one particular case, a train was in the vicinity too. So it's not just in Kodagu or Hassan, even Chikmagaluru has had several instances of landslides having been reported. Here is an instance where, again, landslides, a complete hindrance to any relief or rescue activity. Landslides cause major inaccessibility. Many areas are connected with only one narrow roadway that goes through a hilly area, and once there is a landslide, vehicles cannot go through. Medical emergencies cannot be catered to, ambulances cannot get in, so certainly there is so much that can go wrong because of landslides, and these are largely unpredictable. Movement of rock, movement of boulders, movement of mud, these are unpredictable phenomena, and now in Chikmagaluru too, this has been noted. Now the quantum of destruction caused in Madikeri and thereabouts has been captured on drone cameras. What we're going to show you is just an extent of how widespread the damage has been. Several of these areas have had trees with them as well. They've brought trees down. Plantations have been severely affected. Water remains stagnant in places they're not supposed to be. Crops completely destroyed. Homes completely destroyed. Flooding entering houses. There you can see, sort of in the right half of this picture, a roadway. You cannot see anything beyond that roadway because of the landslide right on it, completely cutting off access going further. So quite a dire situation. While many trees continue to stand, cutting down of trees has been blamed for water entering houses, entering villages, given that each tree forms its own mini catchment, and in the absence of that catchment, there's not much left. And water has to find a way to meander around, and it creates its own natural meanders, which unfortunately will end up in people's houses, in villages, in stables, killing animals, killing people. An unfortunate scene. This has been caught on drone camera and is likely also being utilized to help identify inaccessible areas, villages that can at least gain some sort of air support. Here, coming back to the ground, take a look at the damage. Going by how deep this Jeep has been buried, this particular pickup truck has been buried, the mud would be waist deep if these people were able to get through. There's some drying that has happened, but one can estimate at least 4 feet of mud having come in. There is still no clarity on the loss of life, be it of animals, be it of humans. But that is the danger lying under this vast spread of mud. One doesn't know if there are remains underneath that could also present an ecological and a health disaster. On that note, that's a wrap on this edition of the Bulletin. We leave you with Filmy Superfast.
Nick Jonas shared a video of Priyanka Chopra dancing with a little girl during their recent visit to an orphanage in Mumbai. Priyanka Chopra could not take her eyes off Nick Jonas as he sang a song for girls at the orphanage. Deepika Padukone was trolled for sharing a picture with her ex-boyfriend Ranbir Kapoor on her Instagram account. Here is the first poster of Siddharth Malhotra and Parineeti Chopra's Jawariya Jodi. Grapevine has it that Abhishek Bachchan and Rani Mukherjee are keen to be cast opposite each other in the sequel of their film Bunty or Bubbly. John Abraham, Satyamev Jayate is doing well at the box office and has collected a total of 57 crore rupees so far. The overall earnings of Akshay Kumar's Gold at the box office is 71.4 crore rupees. Romanian model actress and Salman Khan's rumoured girlfriend Yulia Vanta is set to make her Bollywood debut in a film to be directed by Prem Soni. Salman Khan's brother-in-law Ayush Sharma's Love Ratri wrapped up its shoot. Reports say that Sonakshi Sinha will do a dance number in an upcoming film titled Total Dhamal. Swara Bhaskar stated that she did not deactivate her Twitter account due to incessant trolling, but because she wanted a digital detox. Reports suggest that Kangana Ranaut's Manikarnika, the Queen of Jhansi, may further get pushed as one of her other films is lined up to release in February. Karan Johar stated on his Twitter account that all the rumours of a sequel being made on Dostana are not true. Singer Kanika Kapoor will debut as a music composer in Saif Ali Khan's Bazaar. English actor Sujata Kumar passed away on Thursday night after succumbing to cancer. Good news for Trisha's fans as the actor has now been roped in for Rajnikant's untitled film. Indian women cricketer Smriti Mandana will be the chief guest for the audio launch of Sivakarthikeyan's Kana. Popular South actor Kirti Suresh has donated 10 lakh rupees for the Kerala Flood Relief Fund. Music composer Amit Trivedi has replaced A.R. Rahman in Chiranjeevi's Saira. Good news for Surya's fans as the makers of NGK are eyeing for a Diwali 2018 release.
I can feel this special, feel love like we do.
Be nice, no scratches please.
I can feel this special, I can say this true.
Introducing the Suzuki Bergman Street, the special one.
Looking for ready-to-move-in apartments at Yashwantpur? Presenting Platinum City. Call White Rays at 99805 69264.
Jesse choice, सबकी मिलेगी choice. मकान या building office, सबकी मिलेगी choice. 1, 2, 3, 4 सारे BHK, bungalows, villas, flats, hut के. जिसकी जैसी choice, सबकी मिलेगी choice. Choice.
You're watching Wanted with me, Jonathan. It is still not sure what is driving youth to take the crime route. Several youngsters resort to violence at the drop of the hat. The story that we are about to narrate